I used to be quite easily charmed, believe people, say, they're your best mate and they'll do this for you, that for you. It's not always the case, and a lot of people want something from you.
One of the themes that comes up very regularly on these podcasts is mentorship and mentors. I always talk, particularly from a business perspective, about the importance of having mentors to smooth the path ahead of you. And I talk very much about the fact that we don't learn anything from the things that go right, only from the things that go wrong. But we don't have to learn it from doing it wrong ourselves. We can learn it from somebody else's mistakes. And I think whilst I had, let's say, accidental mentors in my earlier life and earlier career, it's probably only the last 5 to 10 years that I've really formally understood that concept of mentorship. But I mean, over the years, you must have met some incredible people. I mean, you've mentioned Simon Cowell a few times, who's probably the ultimate the ultimate crossover between celebrity and business, really. But anyone else that you would consider a mentor over the years?
Well, I've mentioned Bruno Tonioli, who actually, came from nothing. Was a dancer, and you imagine the competition he's got with all the dancers and choreographers, and has gone on to make it in the #1 show here in this country. Don't forget, this isn't his native language. He's from Italy. Then have another blockbuster show in America as well, Dancing with the Stars, and now gone on to do Britain's Got Talent. Oh, and that is quite something for a boy that had nothing, came to this country, didn't speak the language, and has gone on to do so, and going out with him is like something else. I was with him last night. You can't get to the table without people, other kids or the grannies. He has an age range, that want to be pictured with him. And I take my hat off to that, because you're thrown in the deep end in a country you don't know and you can't speak the language, and you can, be so successful. So I take my hat off to him, and he's he's one of my best friends.
Is there anything specific you've learned from him?
Yeah, to suss people out. I used to be quite easily charmed, believe people, say, they're your best mate and they'll do this for you, that for you. It's not always the case, and a lot of people want something from you. And I've learnt to be, I know that may be a bit sad, because I was very open and a bit more sort of, with my circle of friends is a bit more closed, shall we say, which I think is a good thing.
And have you been a mentor to anyone?
I hope so in some ways. I had, growing up an eating disorder. And, it isn't really actually about food. It's about control and trying to,
How old were you?
14. And I've talked about it openly. I've people message me. I help with a charity. I help with that. And also Women's Aid I help with, which is another charity for women that have had domestic abuse. And, so in some ways, because I can talk openly about what's happened to me, I hope in some way I can help others. And I hope so. And I hope in some way in this sort of fake celebrity world, I've been able to do some good back.